Welcome to Updates with Precious. It always suits my belly to bring on the things where they happen for inside the country. I don't show for your domot again to bring on a matter them. I see the hot this morning, come afternoon. Well, good afternoon to you. I decided to start well on time today. Sake of say, I catch Dr. Deji on time. I said, Dr. Deji, come. This thing we get to do with adult shop and chapel. You know, say chapel, don't they repeat itself over again? No, yeah, come, we could talk about them and other matter than when they happen for inside Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Precious Enyi. This is Updates with Precious. Very quickly, we'll look at the accusation where we say Senator Abbo don't stammer on top of the head of Senate President Godswill Akpabio. But before then, there is this horrible trending video of headsmen, purported headsmen, Fulani speaking men, by the way, where it say they make the round for social media as they apprehend them for Oka. Another video called Day where show where headsmen or hunters, as they call them, storm Odumegwu Juku University hostel, Anambra State. And if you see body of people slaughter, where they for grand there. I know people play you that footage because of YouTube policies. This matter, then we'll go talk about them as we go enter inside Uromi matter. As Uromi people they talk, say that the residents are, in fact, they say they just arrest them anyhow and they extort money from them since this killing will happen. Meanwhile, experts them don't talk about jungle justice where they happen for Nigeria. Say the only thing where they cause jungle justice, say a weak legal system. That is our judicial system. We're weak. We don't weak yakata and tribalism. Because waiting happen to one person, they need to see them as waiting supposed to happen to the other person. Say now waiting make this kind jungle justice will happen. But moving on to other issues, Akpabio runs Senate like personal empire. Senators serve him tea. Elisha talk. So senators they serve him tea. In their run like say now he be the emperor. In fact, another headline get and say Akpabio acts like an emperor. He endangered Natasha Akpoti's life by withdrawing her aids. Now waiting in talk. Say he exposed her to be killed. That one can't bring to mind waiting she herself talk about alleging that, talking about killing her and all that and assassination attempt. But then we'll move to other issues as it still get to do with politics. As APC don't finally reply P2B after an interview, this time around they say, APC, they fume, then the fury, then the anger. They say Peter Obi needs to tame his bloated imagination. So make you control this your imagination when they too big. What did they do yourself? What did they do yourself, Peter Obi? How can you say in 2 years you go pick correct the country when we scatter in 2 years? How dare you say that? Then 500,000, the pregnant woman where be said died because of savings. Say she pay 500,000 bill before they go admit her. Until now, the hospital never took anything. And the thing they spark reaction across social media. All these are more matter now we get to talk about. But I get with me in the studio, Dr. Deji Omoshola. Dr. Deji, thank you so much. Let me sit down beside the studio. But make a quickly just take a break. When I come back from that break, make Nigerians begin. Welcome back. I'm still on top of the day like this. So DG, we begin to handle them one by fellow. I don't even know where we make that from another matter. Where we really start like this. Because okay. The former Adamawa Senator, I know the people Adamawa Senator. I want to talk about the people being together. I know say you don't hear the people. So the ruling of Progressive Congress, when they clap back at Peter Obi for the interview we get. Then talk. So what you make it carry the ego go up like this? I don't know whether I might this whole back. Because I hear myself. So that the thing will go interject our audio. He did the whole backward here. But the whole back, the thing they hold back from the ear, be like the AKB too much. Make a dish saying they go out like that.
No, I can about that.
Okay, so apparently it may be from my end. Let me see. You're echoing, yeah. They see how the echo. You see how the echo.
Okay, you are echoing, right?
I don't know where this echo from.
Is it your earpiece? Is it possible?
I don't think it's my earpiece because I always use it. I don't know where this is coming from. And I'm not live anywhere else. Okay, so by the way, let me let you respond to what I'll be very quickly while I sort out the audio. So in a statement by
if I am not echoing while
you're not echoing. You're not echoing.
Questions while you sort out the audio. I think that's a good
yes,
way,
yes, please. So respond to what Felix Walker said about the interview and what he said about Peter Obi.
Well, first, one thing I've discovered about the Tinubu government is, you see, in life, when God promotes you, there's a difference between when God promotes you or when you find promotion or when you are able to seek promotion or when you are able to acquire promotion. Use any word you like. There's a difference between that and also when you being able to fit into that particular promotion itself. It's two different things. God can promote you, and you yourself, you may still be in the 18th century and not promote yourself. And what am I trying to say? The way the government has conducted himself since inauguration, I think when you are when you stay too long in the ghetto, if they take you from that poverty to prosperity, that ghetto something, maybe it will take some time to get away of your system, in the sense that the way the government respond to issues, the way they kind of like the way they approach issues generally, especially when it comes from Peter Obi, you see, they still used to kind of like spare Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. Maybe it's out of superior respect for him, maybe it's out of maybe super regard for him, but take an assessment of it, or you can start monitoring it from today. They have some form of respect for Alhaji Atiku Abubakar in the sense that they don't attack him the way they attack Peter Obi. But when anything comes from Peter Obi, they would attack him, not only just attacking him, they will even go the route of sometimes threatening him. And I think the last one, before this, I think it was from Bayo Nonuga or something. I tried to, and I'm trying to recollect now. And I actually made a video about that where I said it is wrong for an employee, for an appointee of government that have never contested an election before, for you to be threatening a presidential candidate with over 6 million votes of Nigerians. Over 6 million votes. Anybody that has 6 million votes, or that of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as well, we can say he's a prospective president. That okay, it's like that person went to go and repeat a class that okay, just go and put in your mic is not on. I can't hear you. That you know,
I was going to say that even Buhari no gets even Buhari no gets up to 6 million votes for his first trial. I mean, first attempt of presidency. So that means it's a huge mark, right?
His mood, yeah. Okay. For me, I think that they need to learn something, which is how to kind of like be presidential. You know, sometimes when opposition kind of like oppose some of your policies, it's not everything that you respond to, because sometimes where some of these government officials, what they don't know is that sometimes when you respond to some things, you have given life to that particular thing. If somebody makes a statement about Bola Ahmed Tinubu and you decide to respond to it, if that statement has, let's say, 30% life before, your response as the presidency of a country, we're talking about the presidency of a country here. Some of these aides don't even know how to be presidential. I can tell you that as a political scientist. You know, we have a lot of presidential aides, presidential spokesmen. You know that, so you wonder that, does these guys even know what what it even takes to be presidential at all? So when you respond, if a statement or something has 30% life, and that particular statement is struggling for breath, once you respond as the presidency of a country, you have increased the life of that particular argument, statement, or debate. You have moved it from 30% to 80 or 90%, because the media will normally want to feed in on anything that is occurring at the presidential level. So sometimes it's not everything you respond to. Now, if you are now responding, you must be responding with a superior argument. You must be kind of like responding with some empirical facts. You must be responding presidentially. And sometimes when they respond to some of these things, You want to imagine that, sorry, who wrote this thing? For instance, let me give a very quick example. The president went to France, right? The president departed for France. And when he left for France, I saw the statement, written by Bayo Nonuga. And you see, I've said it before on this your program. I can say that some of the problem Tinubu has, and I'm saying this on air, some of the problem he has is the kind of people he has around him. When you are the president of a country, and you have, see, some people are good in the opposition. Some people are good as attack dogs. That you are good as an attack dog, that you can tear people apart when you are in the opposition, doesn't mean you are good in power. No. That's why there's a striker on the football field. That's why there's a defender. That's why there's a midfielder. So, and that's why there's a goalkeeper. So when you want to when you have conceded a goal and you want to score your opponent, what will you do? You bring in strikers. But if you bring in defenders, then you begin to have problems. So the president needs to realize that there are some people that they are good when they are in the opposition. So, there should be some kind of transfer. There are some people in the presidency that should naturally be sold as, football team sell players. They should be sold to Peter Obi. They should be sold to Atiku Abubakar. They shouldn't be in the presidency because that attack spirit, that opposition mindset is still what they are operating with. And some of these people don't know how to relate with the public. There's something we call public relations. There's something we call interpersonal relations. So if you want to present a statement, it has to go through series of checks. That you are a journalist doesn't mean that you will be good at the presidency to be exposed person to the president. No, it doesn't matter. So, but this okay, let me give you a very empirical example, and it's something that is very recent. So some of our viewers can perhaps Google it or check it out. The president departs to France. You, a presidential aide, you want to maybe you don't have details of what the president is going to do in France. That's sometimes it happens like that. Despite the fact that you are a media aide, sometimes you may be an advisor, and what you are appointed about, they will take decision. You have not advised anything. You are just there, to just be chopping your dodo. Now you want to issue out a statement on the president going to France. You carved out a statement. I wish I can find this statement. If you can give me just 2 seconds, since it's linked with what I'm saying, so that I can give my viewers the benefit. Okay, yes. Just a moment, please. I've seen it. Let me read something. Now, to buttress this thing that what you said about Peter will be the response, and some of how these aides, how they respond, and the kind of average or low intelligence, without apologies to them, how they cap this thing. You see, you can see that level of unintellectual sophistry, you can see it there. For instance, President Tinubu to embark on working visit to Paris. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will depart for Paris, France today on a short working visit. Now, the word working visit is what the presidency use. That's one of the nomenclature of the Tinubu administration. Working visit, personal visit. You understand? So if you study the Tinubu administration very well, they have this Buhari has his own, Jonathan has his own. Each government have their own. Now, it says during the visit, the president will appraise his administration's midterm performance and assess key milestones. Appraise his administration midterm performance and assess key milestones. For God's sake, even if you don't know what the president is trying to go and do, this thing that you write, it's better to just keep quiet and not write anything.
So because why a president won't appraise himself for another country? Why ain't gonna leave Nigeria, go appraise himself for another country?
Okay, how will a president go to another country, for God's sake, to appraise his administration's midterm performance and assess key milestones? What kind of nonsense is that? What kind of nonsense is that? See, some of these guys, they are giving the man problem. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has his flaws, And if we are to talk about, if we are to begin to talk about his stuff, we can speak about it from now till tomorrow. But one problem that I have identified, and I'm saying it publicly, as a trained political scientist, I'm not an engineer, I'm not a tailor. You know, if you take me to tailor, I will fail. I'm telling you the truth. If you put me now in engineering or give me elementary chemistry, I will fail. But you see, this politics and governance, those people that are in the presidency, they are a problem to this man. Some of them are terrible, more than terrible. See, during the president's visit, the president will appraise his administration midterm performance. So you need to go to Paris, France, before you appraise your administration midterm performance. You are president over Nigeria. You are ruling over Nigeria. But to appraise what you have been doing as the president of Nigeria, you need to go to Paris. Precious, I don't know, am I making any sense at all? You need to go to, no, I know, because sometimes, when some of these things happen, you know, and you think about it, sometimes you even look at it that, what is going on? We are talking of the president of Nigeria. Are you guys crazy? We are talking of the president. We are not talking of a local government chairman. For God's sake, this is not a local government chairman. So even if you want to spin, go back to school, learn some basic skills, go for one short PR course and know how to spin. Know how to spin properly in such a way, because Nigerians may be disoriented, but not all Nigerians are disoriented. Nigerians may be gullible, but not all Nigerians are gullible. Let me go to the next paragraph, because I don't have the statement of that Moka, the one that I have. I'm just using it as an example. Now, it says, the next one says, he will also use the retreat to review the progress of ongoing reforms and engage in strategic planning ahead of his administration's second anniversary. Now, this paragraph contains two things: review the progress of ongoing reform. And that's why, again, I said, you cannot see the president except the president wants to see you. So this is not a bus stop whereby you can just bump into it. If the president doesn't want to see anybody and is in Aso Rock for 3 days, that he needs time to think, to strategize, he won't see anybody. He is the president. You cannot just bump into Aso Rock anyhow.
All right. So Dr. Deji, let me quickly read out to them what that statement, what Moka said, then, so that we'll move on to another conversation. We have less than 15 minutes to wrap up, and I want to make sure that I wrap up in 15 minutes time, you know, with you, so that I can perhaps invite another guest. So part of what Moka said, he said, in a statement, he said, where Mr. Tinubu did not address Mr. Obi's reference to Tinubu past and less than his days. Okay, so Mr. Obi's favorite result, I would have done better as president, must be a symptom of a protracted bout of election failure-induced hangover. Election failure-induced hangover, from which he has not awakened to the reality that he is not the president. Like an unlicensed backseat driver that thinks himself, to be a race car driver, Mr. Obi needs to have his bloated and deluded imagination checked. And he says the ruling party added that it is historical that Obi, who was a governor of a failed and forgotten administration in Anambra State, a state with only 21 local government areas, would so brazenly boast of his capacity to govern Africa's largest democracy. Obi bequeathed a sordid legacy of economic stagnation, infrastructural decay, ecological disaster, and religious polarization. So he said a lot of things. Now, part of waiting in talk, but I could just enter inside waiting Elisha Abbo talk, because
No. Please try and unmute me. You see, first, I've not listened to the statement of Moka before I said these people are not presidential. All these people are not presidential. Now, if Peter Obi casts aspersion on the presidency of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what the citizens want to hear is, what has Peter Obi said that is wrong? And what is the president trying to do? Or what has the president done in that regard? And what is the president going to do? Nobody cares. It's none of my business. I'm not from Anambra. When Peter Obi speaks about the policies of governance, don't refer me to Anambra. What happened during Peter Obi? That's none of my business. I'm not a citizen of Anambra. Peter Obi ruled Anambra, many years ago. So that means that you don't have anything to say rather than defend it. See, I don't like when the presidency of a country, after God, They say it is the government. The presidency of a country is something that is, it is something that is very important. You don't turn the presidency of a country into one joke center. Somebody has created a presidential candidate that contested with your boss has said something. Instead of you to bring out what your boss has done, what he plans to do, what he will be doing, you are referring Nigerians back to Anambra, the days of Peter Obi in Anambra, and you didn't even say anything about what the man has said. Address it. See, if I'm opportune to meet Bola Ahmed Tinubu today, one thing that I will tell him is, if you love yourself, you see, sometimes you think your enemy is far away. No, in a democracy, there's no way people will not talk about you. You cannot use our money to fly jet to France and you expect people will not talk about
Dr. Deji, let's let this rest and attend to other issues, please. Thank you.
We need
okay.
Over there. We need a lot of intelligent guys.
So moving on to other issues, Senator Elisha, but you know now the adult toy set senator, adult toy shop senator. I get that. Adult toy shop senator man. Yeah. So it don't reveal a lot of things concerning your Senate President Godswill Akpabio. You will not hear me. I muted you. You don't really. I don't mute you. I don't go mute you. Yeah, Dr. Deji, we have less than 10 minutes. Oh yeah.
Precious, don't mute me. Don't mute me again. Or mute me, leave me permanently on mute. Because when you said
there's an echo. That's what I have to have. That's what I have to.
But I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, anyway.
But when you are talking to me, there's an echo, so it's from your end. Oh yeah, talk quick. Make it the matter because time
no, proceed, please.
Okay, all right then. So moving on to the conversation, that Senator Elisha don't reveal a lot of things. He talk about how Senator Akpabio can go that famous chapel, that place they go Natasha hand, come tell and say we can have some nice time here, according to what she narrates. Say carry go there, say you own. Now when after that chapel, now come tell and say, do you know that 5 senators are going to leave us? Say he himself, no, say follow for the 5 senators we go leave. Say yes. And he say, but you're not the court. How did you know? Because the senators also had their cases in court. He say, but how did you know? Because I'm the Senate President. So I know. So he also talked about how some of his privileges were withdrawn, especially international privileges, were withdrawn because he opposed the Senate President. He refused to vote him when he was Senate President. Remember that they had a camp, one who was hosting to another person and one who was a hand. So because of that, say they deny him for a lot of all the privileges. In fact, he talks, say the Senate President, they run this Nigerian Senate like Emperror. Say senators, they serve and tea serve for a house just today in good book. And that may perhaps be the reason why it be like everybody they fear to talk. Because remember, say it be like anybody will talk, then go commode their privileges. So people they rather go gossip to Natasha. Remember, saying that senators go gossip to Natasha. How once Senator Asoko carry Yahaya Bello go the meeting where they go. So what do you think about all these things where he be saying talk, including the one where he talk say Senate President they deliberately endanger the life of Natasha by withdrawing her aids from her. Say he did deliberate. And say, if I talk once, he said they no go feel recall Natasha because you know they're possible. Because of the number of people who vote for her and the number of the constituents that now where they don't gather vote from. Say how they go use reconcile the vote enough to waiting the column to recall her. So if INEC eventually tries or ventures to recall her, what does this mean? Does it mean it's illegally done? And then what do you think about one too many stories about the Senate President and the intimidation for the Senate?
Well, you see, first let me speak about Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. You see, anybody that doesn't love that woman at this point in time, that person needs to be checked. Because if you look at the political terrain of Nigeria, for a woman to be beautiful and for people, that senator, that one that was fighting Obi Ezekwesili that said that is Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, I dare him, bring out your wife, bring out your daughter. For Natasha to be like that and to be causing some kind of like ripples among all these people, just one woman. Natasha, is gradually going into the realm of Funmilayo and some Kuti, all these kind of like mighty women, because she should be commended. And all this thing that is happening, you see, sometimes I learned something from all this Natasha Akpabio something, because most time Nigeria just listening to things for the fun of it. But beyond the fun of it, I try to draw lessons from some of these things, which is that sometimes a little patience could have just tried to kind of like could save you a lot of embarrassment, especially if you are a leader. When this Natata issue happened, if the Senate had quickly gone into a closed door session and they have kind of like debate the issue among themselves, trash it out among themselves, it will lead to this. If the senators were matured, if they were not kind of like seeking all this favoritism from Akpabio and try to kind of like try to align with him, and both male and female were crucifying the lady, this wouldn't have degenerated to this level. And I can tell you for free that some of these people that are siding Akpabio now, watch out for this thing that I'm saying. God will keep our life. Watch out for it. Some of these senators that are supporting Akpabio now, some of them will be the one to use all these things against him in 2027 if he wants to return as Senate President. Mark my words. Write today's date down. So why can't they try to resolve this issue? And for the senator of, I think, is it Adamawa State, Elisha, the sex toy senator, well, I can say something that, you see, for Elisha Abbo to come out to make such a statement, if there is no truth in it, he won't make such statement. And let us look at it that, okay, maybe he tried to sugarcoat it, maybe out of the 100 things he said, maybe, let us give a Akpabio benefit of that, assuming but not considering that just 30% is true, just 30%. That 30% alone, should it exist? That 30%, is it the right thing? So all these things that are happening, at the end of the day, Akpabio will be the greatest loser. Look at what this Natasha lady is doing all over the place. Akpabio now is an international superstar on a negative front. Natasha has taken Akpabio all around the world, all around the media houses, BBC, Sky News, everywhere. He has publicized Akpabio. So now, if you Google Akpabio, there's more bad news than good news. If you Google Godswill Akpabio and you are beginning to read about him, that is the power of a woman. And now, this senator is coming out again. So the question is, can everybody be wrong? That's one thing we need to look at. Can everybody be wrong? If Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is wrong, okay, assuming but not considering, is Joy Nune, the Port Harcourt woman that said I slapped Akpabio, can she be wrong? If Joy Nune is wrong, right, can Elisha Abbo, can he be wrong? And other people that have come up with different allegations,
like gist lover,
so can all these people be wrong? So if you look at it very well, Akpabio has a lot, he has a lot of personal thinking to do. He has a lot to kind of like adjust in his ways, because if a senator like you is complaining of your high-handedness, if they are saying that you are, you are handling the Senate as if it is your personal property, my brother, see, there's one thing about Nigeria, one thing I've noticed about Nigeria. You see, when you are in power, that you are in power now, you will think that, in fact, you can overthrow God. You will think that, you feel like a god in your own right. If you are a celebrity and you release a music and Nigerians are vibing to your music, you feel that even if I enter studio now, if I don't do it go be hit. You have that spirit. But immediately that grace goes away from you, Nigeria can, the same system can bring you down to nothing. The same system can rubbish and finish you. And that's why Akpabio needs to be very careful. Needs to be very, very careful. There was a time at the Senate, it was David Mark, Senate President David Mark, the former Senate President from Benue State. David Mark was the law and order in the Senate. Where's David Mark today? At some point, it was the Saraki-led Senate. Where's Abubakar Bukola Saraki today? At some point, it was Ahmed Lawan, that one that says anything that comes from Buhari, is good for the country. Where is he today? With all the loans, the Buhari boys will write loans. Those is supposed to say, the guys have it back. They go and borrow money. Where is he today? So if you look at it, Akpabio needs to, I think at this point in time, it is better late than never. You know, don't try to lord over people, because there are some people that they will give you problem. Some people are naturally created to give you problem. If if you create problem for them, they will give you double. And Natasha has proven to be that kind of person. Look at it. You know, when I gave her the name, Natasha the coconut head, Natasha the stubborn goat. You know, people think that, they just come again. But I was trying to philosophize. And what recently happened in Kogi State as as kind of like reaffirm my assertion about her, that Natasha, the senator, is of coconut head and of stubborn goat. Now? Let me buttress that. She went to Kogi. The state governor said, Natasha, don't come to Kogi. They blocked the road. They blocked the waterways. Right? The commissioner of police wrote out statement. They did everything they can do. Natasha, the stubborn goat, still went to Kogi. Shout out to Natasha. I'm using it on a positive note. I'm not using it to spite her, but that's the best way that I can coin it in 2 words. All what she has been, stubborn goat. If you look at it, she still went to that Kogi by fire, by force, went to go and rent chopper, went to that Kogi, and at the end of the day, it still favors her. Natasha the stubborn goat. Natasha the
Dr.
coconut
Deji,
head.
I have some videos to play for you, and your time is already up. I have some video to play for you, and you have also a reaction. Somebody asked a question, and they want a direct response to that question. So I don't know whether I should just let you continue as the spirit they lead you, or you just like to run, because I get this disturbing video about some headsmen or some Fulani speaking men when they catch for Anambra State. So they talk about their kidnapping activities for inside Anambra State. And I thought, you go there bad, see, I let you go, make I not let you chime into that conversation. So would you like to be gracious enough to chime in on that conversation before you run along, or you like to exhaust this case with Akpabio and Natasha before you run along?
First, let me respond to my guests. To my viewers. I love our viewers here. So let me respond. This says, please ask your guest to advise whether Adekunle Tinubu committed treason by overthrowing the elected government of Rivers. Okay, I would respond to that, but let me wrap up on this Natasha first. You see, Natasha, if you look at her, if you trace her very well, you will see that Natasha is somebody that has proven that she's very difficult to defeat. And the more you try to stop her, the more she will come again. And the more she will give you problem. And that's why I christen her positively. I have great profound. In fact, I'm one of our greatest admirers right now, sincerely, because of what she has been doing. Like, I wish every woman can have a kind of courage. I wish every woman can have a kind of courage to kind of like dare some of these people in the government, because some people, before they threaten them with recall, they go and sit tight. Before they threaten them with suspension, they go and say, but Natasha has decided that, sometimes, and Natasha has proven something, that never underestimate, pretty ladies. Because while I was going on, most of the people that are into activism, they are not too beautiful. If you look at Funlayo and some Kuti, it's not like she's so beautiful like that, with profound respect to the late woman. But now I've seen, a kind of like change, a kind of twist that, Natasha is beautiful, and, she has this coconut head, in the sense that the more you try to shame her, the more she will shame. And that's why I want to land on it for the sake of my viewer. Because if I say coconut head, some of them will be wondering, what is Deji saying? The more you try to shame her, the more she will bring you double shame. Akpabio tried to finish her with that, okay, let's just write reports, suspend her. It backfired. Akpabio now is on the international scene on a negative note. Imaswe, the chairman of the Senate Ethics Committee, that was recommending nonsense. Natasha brought out greater. It was Natasha's case that made everybody to know that the guy was even bad in the United States, and he has a current, fraud criminal case in the United States. And the person that, that they were tried together, that person, I think, got 5 years imprisonment. So you have somebody that is allegedly an awaiting prisoner, in the U.S. government, that, if everything had gone right, will be chilling with Hush Puppy, standing in the Senate. Natasha, the coconut head, brought him that ridicule. Now, Kogi State, a state government, a state is a living entity. A state is like a living being. A state should not operate or speak in vacuum. A state government said this, commissioner of police, help them to dress it, package nonsense and say, oh, and one fishing, one something. At the end of the day, Natasha the coconut head went to Kogi State and even brought them greater ridicule because everybody flocked to arrest them. So that's why when I look at the Natasha scenario, if I'm to philosophize, if I'm to assert, I will just tag up Natasha the coconut head and Natasha the stubborn goat, because those two, coconut head, stubborn goat, aptly fits into all this Natasha story and scenario. So I just have to explain that so that I don't leave, our viewers in between. Okay, what does the G mean? Oh, he didn't speak about that. So that's just the summary of it. Now to what this person asked me. Say, please ask your guest to advise whether Adekunle Tinubu committed treason. Okay. We know him as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, but you are saying Adekunle Tinubu. Well, the truth is that I can't say you are wrong. I can't say because I myself I don't know whether I'm right. If you say Adekunle Tinubu, if I say Bola Tinubu, I can't say you are wrong because me myself I don't know whether I'm right. I just know that I am Omoshola Deji, and I know that you are Precious Enyi. But if I know Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and you are saying Adekunle Tinubu, I don't know the fact you have, because me myself, from all the controversies that have been happening for so many years now, I don't even know whether I'm right. So if I go and if I put up my clothes now and start fighting you at the end of the day on Judgment Day, God now confront me that Deji, you are wrong. This guy that said that Adekunle Tinubu is right. What do I want to say to God Almighty? But let me just stick with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So I think the person is referring to the president. Expressly, you ask me a straightforward question, I'll give you a straightforward answer. In a sane country, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should be answering questions by now before the National Assembly. I'm telling you, in a sane country, and I'm not saying this, I'm saying this one sincerely. In a sane country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu should be answering questions by now, because you cannot. It is simple arithmetic. You cannot remove who will give you that kind of power. It's not possible. You are elected. You cannot remove a sitting governor. There's national, there's subnational. So that means after your own layer, it is the governorship layer, then the local government layer, according to the 3-tier of government. So you cannot, no constitution in a right country will give you, and the 1999 constitution does not give you the power to remove Siminalayi Fubara. It is wrong. It is what we call ultra vires. That simply means beyond your powers. You cannot say because you wake up, then you no. If you look at the Constitution of Nigeria, the Constitution has provided layers by which a governor can be removed from his office. And in those layers, state of emergency wasn't stated there. What is state of emergency? State of emergency is like you going all out to make sure that you restore law and order, right? Now, who is in charge of the pipeline? You said, oh, there was pipeline vandalization or something. Who is in charge of the pipeline protection? The pipeline is being protected by the federal government. Who is in charge of the security agencies? The federal government. So you are now punishing Fubara for your own failure to protect your own pipeline. It's just like me blaming Precious now that, oh, somebody stole my phone. Precious that I've not seen for how many months. I'll now say, oh, I'm now blaming Precious because somebody stole my phone. So you cannot, as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, it is wrong to just put all the blame on Siminalayi Fubara, and because of that, you now decide to just remove it. See, democracy is not that easy. If it is, democracy doesn't make it that easy that you just wake up one morning. Even if you look at the process of impeachment by the legislature, it's not that easy to achieve. Not to now talk of, so this constitution that made it uneasy for the legislature to impeach a governor or a president, it is that same constitution that will now make it easy for you to just wake up one morning and just remove a sitting governor. I'm not saying that Fubara is perfect, and I've said it times immemorial. My opinion is in the public domain that Fubara deserves everything that he got, because he knows years of Wike before now. He knows the kind of person that he's dealing with. So you saw the market, you saw the goods, you price it, You bought it. After buying it, you are now complaining. Who should pity you? I don't have time to pity you because all of you are best of the same feather. You and Nyesom Wike, collided together to rob Peter Obi off his mandate in Rivers State. Was he not him and Nyesom Wike? So when the going was good, you guys were committing the atrocities together. So Siminala Ifubara doesn't deserve the pity of anybody. That is the truth. But if we care about the democracy of this country, you cannot say that you have the power to remove a sitting governor. No. That cannot happen in a democracy. And even in this Nigerian democracy, as flawed as it is, the president does not have such power. So if you don't have such power, if you don't have power to sack a governor, and you sack that governor, well, I'm not a lawyer, but I can tag it, I can tag it as a treason. What is a treason? When you try to unjustly end the government, as Bola Ahmed Tinubu unjustly end the government, yes. So if treason is you seeking to kind of like end the government, to terminate a government unjustly in a democratic setting, undemocratically, then if that is treason, as interpreted during the Buhari time, during the revolution now of Omoyele Sowore, if they tag that treason, that he's trying to kind of like incite people, overthrow government, all this kind of funny interpretation, then what will we call this one that was done by Bola Ahmed Tinubu? So to my mind, I can tell you, from my perspective, that what Bola Ahmed Tinubu did in Rivers State is wrong. And if you ask me that, did he commit treason? Based on the background that I gave to you, I will say yes. You can. Okay, now let us look at it. You have removed Siminala Ifubara, right? You have removed him. Fine, it's okay. It's all well and good. People are praising you. And see, I have some words for the people that are praising this action of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, which I'll come to in a moment. See, you have removed Siminala Ifubara. You are happy, right? The day you mess up, since you have been president, have you not been messing up? The day you mess up, what should happen to you? The military sat down in their barrack. They are chilling. They are relaxing. You decide to invite the military now. Old military guys that are just relaxing. They've been out of power for so long. Now you are giving them an opportunity to taste power. Taste power. So this man that is Ibok Iteabas, that is the sole administrator now, is tasting power. Tomorrow, if he's not in charge again, he will feel a vacuum that, you feel that something is missing. And his friends that are retired like him, they are interacting with him now. They are seeing the way he's enjoying free, just like that. That means that it's like you are teaching an animal, a lion, how to kill, right? You are teaching an animal how to kill. When that animal eventually learns how to kill, the day that animal is hungry, you will be the food. So the military sat down in their barrack now. You are the one inviting them. The 10,000 soldiers that was sent to River State, you want to ask yourself that, can't they be sent to protect the pipeline? So you can see that it's a well-orchestrated argument. And to the people that are saying, oh, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is right, let me tell you something. For free. Today, you have a president that you like. You like the president so much that anything that he does is right. But if you pay your child's school fees and that child fail, when that child come back, you beat the hell out of that child. I wait for your judgment on Judgment Day. If God will catch you, now me, God will put in charge of your fire. And you can trust me, I will do justice to you. Because if you pay your child's school fees, if that child fail, you will come down hard on that child. If you are praising Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's okay. The bad precedence is fine. Tomorrow, you will have a president that you don't like. And that president will come back and do the same thing. Then he will pay you. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu was in power, let me use the same Bola Ahmed Tinubu. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu was Lagos State governor, Obasanjo did state of emergency. If you are an ardent supporter of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, then he pay you. If you are a supporter of Obasanjo, then he sweet you. Today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is in power, right? Now, waiting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he will pay you. But if you are supporting Bola Ahmed Tinubu, tomorrow, another government will be in power. And waiting Bola Ahmed Tinubu they do now, another government will now do it. That president, you will now not like that president. He will now pay you. He will now pay you. And that is why it is always good to strive for equity, justice, and fairness. Let me give you one example. I saw on social media. Sorry, precious. I saw on social media a man that was inside the car, his wife was pregnant, and that man was begging his wife, darling, please, confession time, confession hour. I love you. I wish that when that woman was alive, that man usually behaved like that too. Yeah, please, dear, I love you. Please, I beg you in the name of God. Please, don't do this to me. Just stay alive. And I watched that video again. I got lost in the thought of country. That, look at this now. Look at what this man is passing through. And that's why when we say, let us advocate for a good country, some people will say, oh, you don't like the president. My friend, shut up. Shut up. May Nigeria not happen to you. It's a serious prayer. Omo Yele Sowore said, Bola Ahmed Tinubu went to France for medical treatment. Look at that level of sophistry. He's still working, He's still able to push himself. Any little thing, France, having the best of life, the best of everything. You, if you cough, now that cough will kill you. If you are not careful, that cough, now it will kill you. So when we are saying, oh, let us advocate for a good country, let there be some level of convenience for the people, it's because of that kind of thing. And at the end of the day, the wife of that man died with the pregnancy inside of her because they couldn't get hospital on the island and they were referred to Ekpe on a road that is not good. See, if you are the type that usually support bad government that don't have sense, I have a prayer for you. May Nigeria happen to you. It's a very simple prayer. When Nigeria happens to you, you're going to learn the hard way. Because there was no hospital and they were referred to Ekpe and they had to go on a bad road. On a road that, there's either one gallop or the other. This one is tarred, the other one is untarred. The normal Nigerian way. And shout out to Ambode anyway. Shout out to Akinwumi Ambode, the former governor of Lagos. He did some good job in terms of the road when he was the governor of Lagos. Akinwumi Ambode, great shout out to you. And they were referred there. Before they could get there, the woman had died. When they say that may Nigeria not happen to you, you won't understand. That man now, he understands what it means for there to be accessible, affordable, and efficient healthcare system. He has learned the hard way, right? So if the president truly went to France for medical healthcare, because it has happened to that man, if you tell that man tomorrow that Alaye, bad government is not good. It's not good to have a bad government. So that man understands how he feels. So nobody hates the government. No, in fact, should I tell you the truth? Let me say something. Some of you that usually say, oh, this, that, this. See, I'm a Yoruba man. I'm very respectful. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has not done anything wrong to me personally in my life. That personally, as a person, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu has wronged me as a person, no. But collectively, yes. In terms of maybe hardship, at least, if I'm not affected by his hardship, I have families, I have friends. Collectively, yeah, but personally, that one-on-one, he has never done anything to me. And that is why sometimes we apply some decorum in some of these things. But if we are to say truly the way it is, so some of you people, like I said about the aides of the president, there are some supporters of the president that they usually bring trouble to the president themselves, because some of them, the way they will come for you, the way they will attack you, if you are not matured, you feel like speaking more. And when you speak more, definitely you will unveil a lot of things. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, if he's in France to treat himself, now you don't know what he's treating himself for, but the truth is, what he's treating himself for, could he be hidden? Are there no public information, one or two, that you can investigate and be able to arrive at what was wrong, at what is wrong with him? When Aregbesola said, oh, they have started easing on themselves, and his agbada was soaked. There's a medical condition for that. When he came back from abroad for one medical treatment and there was something in his arm like this, is there not a medical condition for that? The interview that Baba Konde granted, is there not? So you see, sometimes we apply decorum to this thing that, okay, at least, let the man just be. But the truth is that Nigerians need some level of comfort and some level of convenience. It is high time that the politicians themselves will begin to think. Look at what happened to this man, Abba Kyari, with all the power that he had, that he was doing during Buhari time, COVID. Now he just killed her with all the power. So for me, When Nigeria not happen to use a serious but it don't reach time now. If you are the type that support bad governance, if you are the type that, you like the way Nigeria is in Achi, whether because you are a Yoruba man and you want to be more Yoruba than Deji, you want to be more Yoruba than Moshola Deji, Yoruba, full Yoruba, pattern and matana, full 100% Yoruba, you want to be more Yoruba than me. Okay, you want to love Bola Ahmed Tinubu than Sheyi. If Sheyi comes on there and say, oh, maybe I'm a good actor now.
They keep coming for me. They keep coming for my family. They keep coming for your father. They keep coming for Ishaku, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the greatest president in the history of Nigeria. The only president that has carried young people along from when he was called home to when he became the greatest president in the history of Nigeria. The only president that has carried young people along from when he was called home to when he became president. The only president that considered youth as student loans. The only president that created a platform.
Unfortunately, Bill, I said network don't boot Dr. Deji out. And I really wanted Dr. Deji to join this conversation because I like making drop a word on that trending video where they tell on about those headsmen or the alleged headsmen where be say, in fact, alleged Fulani kidnappers, not be say them be headsmen, the alleged Fulani kidnappers we didn't catch for Anambra State and where people been they interrogate. I for really, really, really like make it be say I get Dr. Deji input for inside that conversation before network Butaman. But I just hope Single Feature join us very briefly to comment on that before I play that footage. But at the meantime, for those of you who know be understand what they happen with Senator Elisha Abbo and the interviewing grant and the things when you talk for inside that interviewing grant, make I start with the matter we get to do with Chapel. Make I start with Chapel. Make I start with the one where you talk about the Senate President and co being unable to ensure say them commot Senator Natasha in terms of her recall. Look, watch out.
You had no idea you were one of them.
I was no idea that I was penciled for removal myself. So when I was in the Senate, I traveled to Kenya on a parliamentary assignment.
And another thought, I think it's actually better we start from here, the very beginning, and then we get to that conversation.
Even
watch it.
The word that I used them for lack of more serious words to use.
So it's worse than you said.
Yes, it is worse
according
than I said.
to you.
Yes. Now, let me start about myself as a person. Remember in this very studio, I accused Akpabio of one of the people who come together to see that I was out of the Senate. Because when the 10th Senate, when I won election to the 10th Senate, I became like a de facto DG campaign to Senator Abdulaziz Yari. In this very place where we are in Telescope Hilton, Akpabio came to my hotel room around 2 a.m. and pleaded that I should work for him. And I told him that I will not work for you because I'm already committed to Senator Yari. And these are my reasons. However, I wish you good luck. And he came, he said he's a Christian like me. I should work for him to balance the Muslim ticket. And I told him, the testimonies I heard from the people of the 8th Senate wasn't a good one about you. And I told the Vice President when the Vice President called me to work for you, so I will not work for you. And one day they said there was a meeting in room, in floor 4 of Transcorp Hilton, and they were dashing out $10,000. I told him I'll not collect the money. Now, after the election, one of these days we were in his house, and we had a lengthy discussion. And he started taking me around the house, and he said, "Do you know that I have a chapel in my house?" I said, "Wow, you have a chapel here." I said, "Let me see." We went there and he showed me the chapel. And in the chapel, he told me that, "You know, you are my brother." I said, "Yes." He said, 5 senators will leave the Senate. He said, 5. I said, "How did you know?" He said, "I'm the Senate President. I know 5 senators are leaving." And truth what Akpabio said, 5 of us left.
You had no idea you were one of them.
I was no idea that I was penciled for removal myself. So, when I was in the Senate, I traveled to Kenya on a parliamentary assignment. I spent my own money, about $14,000. I submitted paper for reimbursement. They refused to pay me till this very day. Before I was removed, I already obtained Angolan visa to represent the Senate at the IPU conference in Angola. The practice has been, even if you're not a senator or a member of our House of Representatives, as long as you are you are representing the country. In fact, former senators or former members of the House of Reps still represent Nigeria until new people come in and inaugurated. He told me back from the airport. That is Akpabio. My salary for that month, I was moved on the 19th by federal government rule of engagement. After 15th, you'll be paid your full salary. My salary, I was moved on the 19th of October. My salary was not paid for that month on the orders of Akpabio. And let me tell you one worst thing that he did. There are 109 senators. Now, 5 of us were removed. 2 left. Umahi left to become Minister for Works. Gaidam left to become Minister for Police Affairs. Now, making 7 senators left the National Assembly. Out of the 7 senators who left, Akpabio sent their official cars to their houses. Every senator that was removed from the Senate got their own official vehicles, leaving only Senator Abbo alone. Senator Darlington got his own. The 2 senators from Plateau, the other Senator Ohere, the 4 of us removed by the court, they all got their own. And the 2 that left before me, that I screened them to become ministers, because they come for screening, and then I screened them as a senator. They also got their own car. They left before me, yet they got their own car, leaving me out of the 116 senators sworn into the 10th Assembly. Because I challenged Akpabio, I was the only senator that they refused to give him the car. That is the vindictiveness of somebody called Akpabio.
Well, it sounds very personal, doesn't it? I mean,
of course,
for you, it's pretty much personal. I mean, so this is your payback then, is it?
No. I don't pay back. I am just trying to, I laid a foundation so that I will come to the Natasha issue.
Now, the level at which they collect our money, now they pay me pass. Remember that Natasha had once said, when she get that interview for Inside Arise, on how them been this thing where they make her chairperson for, the committee where they make her chairperson for, how the clerk for the committee, they expect her to share their allocation where they give the committee monthly. And she said, no, may they leave them for the accounts. And the person, the secretary, also feel bad. Say, why? Say, if anything, no, the project, no day to use and do. Say, the tradition is to share the money. And immediately they remove her from that position. Within the next 1 month, that account which she open, all the money which she don't pile up for the account, emptied down. It is even the way they share our money in this country that it's biting, like it's so annoying. Now, here he mentioned about sharing $10,000. These $10 where they scarce, where they press our naira neck anyhow, where make naira they go high anyhow. And importers cannot even import goods successfully. Considering that we're an import-dependent country where they say most of the things we they chop and use, now importation they import them. Now the same dollar, now our senators they share anyhow like this. See them mentioning the share dollar here. Remember, just recently, the same Senate share 5,000, 10,000, different thousands of dollars. Where they talk, say no before them to use support President Tinubu state of emergency for River State. Say salary gifts to President give them. Presidents go count thousands of dollars in different numbers. They give all members of the legislatures one by one. He go give upper chamber, he give lower chamber. And since that man made that regulation, Nigerians never gathered together, talk, say, how can we accept this? When Nigerians are hungry and a sitting senator, come up to talk, say, President, give them $5,000 or $10,000 as salary gifts. And you people kept quiet. Please, Nigerians, what salary gifts did you receive from your Senate president? Oh, sorry, from your president. What salary gifts did we receive? How did we even bring down the price of goods? I keep hammering on this, and I'll keep hammering on it. President do national broadcast, tell us inside broadcast, say, oh, because of say they won't do end bad governance protest. Say Ingo try in best to make sure say some goods them like major grains and pharmaceutical products and other things. Say he go bring down, he go come out duty waiver on top of them. And he go make sure they come out waiver so that people go fit afford them. Till today, a promise that the president made on national broadcast, the president is yet to live up to that responsibility. He said he go down for about 150 days. Till now, the president never do them. Nigerians never ask a question. Organovex, so the brown rice, the grains, the pharmaceutical products, so he say he go commodity waiver for. Abi go commodity on, he go waive duty on. So that go people buy them cheap. Please, where are they? Nigerians are not asking questions. Nobody don't remind President Tinubu say, oh, you make us this promise, so how you go take fulfill them? Now, there were rumors that, oh, the reason we make it hard for him to fulfill that promise and who go import the things. Understanding, say, most of the importers who will get for Nigeria, now Igbo people. But does it mean anything? If an Igbo man imports the things through waiving the duty, does it mean anything? As long as it's for the overall good of the country. Now, this is the kind of nepotistic country that we're into. People don't complain already about the board that constitute for NNPC. Majority of them, now people where they Yoruba speaking. Whether you're from what's it they call them? Whether you're from Kwara State and you be Yoruba from Kwara State, you be Yoruba from Ogun State. Yoruba na Yoruba. People don't complain, and a lot of people don't say Kwara na North Central. Kwara na North Central, but Yoruba speaking Kwara State. Why you not bring her from another? Why you not bring the person from the Fulani place for inside Kwara State? As if we do not know how Kwara State was conquered by the Fulanis through Afonja. Marco, they talk all this matter, but there are things that if you begin to look at them, it evokes a lot of emotion. Now, this video where this man made, this is not all about he set up in the video. This video where he make, he also talk about how the cars, the official vehicles, where they buy for them, as they don't dethrone them, courts don't commot them to be senators. Did you know that your Senate president gave the people that they have removed as senators those cars to go and use as farewell gifts? Now, remember that now the cars when they buy for House of Representatives, now they buy at 160 million naira. We'll never hear the price of the ones when they buy for senators. So senators own fee be like 150 million. Sorry, 200 million. Now, assuming it's the same 160 million naira vehicle, you gave them back a car that they're supposed to use in official capacity. You give them back. People where courts don't start, say not be them win election. You give them car, make them carry go. As farewell gifts. The only person where you know give Abbo. If you say you give Senator Abbo that car, if for no even complain. Now, just to remind you, 2 senators, Omeya and the person will live as Police Service Commission Minister, then give them their car to official car when they give them as senators, they give them back to go. Meanwhile, they will still have another official car as ministers again. These are the things they do with our money in Nigeria. You know, they pepper our body rich. It doesn't bite us enough. Well, let's hear what he had to say about recalling Natasha and why it may be very difficult to happen. Take a listen.
You had no idea you were one of them.
I was no idea that I was penciled for removal myself. So, when I was in the Senate, I traveled to Kenya on a parliamentary assignment. I spent my own money, about $14,000. I submitted paper for reimbursement. They refused to pay me till this very day. Before I was removed, I already obtained Angolan visa to represent the Senate at the IPU conference in Angola. The practice has been, even if you're not a senator or a member of House of Representatives, as long as you are you are representing the country. In fact, former senators or former members of the House of Reps still represent Nigeria until new people come in and inaugurated. He told me back from the airport, that is Akpabio, my salary for that month, I was moved on the 19th by federal government rule of engagement. After 15th, you'll be paid your full salary. My salary, I was moved on the 19th of October. My salary was not paid for that month on the orders of Akpabio. And let me tell you one worst thing that he did. There are 109 senators. Now, 5 of us were removed. 2 left. Umahi left to become Minister for Works. Gaidam left to become Minister for Police Affairs. Now, making 7 senators left the National Assembly. Out of the 7 senators who left, Akpabio sent their official cars to their houses. Every senator that was removed from the Senator Natasha is doing what she's doing. And I heard that they want to call her. Nobody can call Natasha. Take a note and write it down. nobody can recall Natasha. You see, we are not a banana republic. The idea they will recall her and they went and forged signatures, 250 signatures. Let me give you these figures. The registered voters in Kogi Central.
Very briefly, we've got about a minute left, unfortunately.
The registered voters in Kogi Central is over 500,000 registered voters. Section 69 of the 1999 Constitution said that you must have more than half of registered voters before they recall you. They got 250,000 signatures and submitted to INEC. And the law says that they must have 250,000 plus people who appeared for a referendum to return her. Now look at the 2023 election. The voter turnout on the national scale is just 27%. The vote that Natasha got to take her to the Senate is 54,000. Her opponent, closest one, got 52,000. LP, NNPP, and other people, all the votes of 2023, it's just 106,000. That is representing 22.1%, 21.2%. Now, if the whole vote of Kogi Central for PDP, APC, Labour Party, NNPP is just 21%, that is 106,000. Why will they manufacture a 50% vote? That is over 200,000 people to recall Natasha. It's just to keep her busy. They cannot recall her. My advice to her is that she should continue pressing her own and be sincere, be truthful, and stand firm against dictatorship.
All right, so you hear what Senator Abbo talk. I would really love to take your comments for inside this conversation. By the way, the conversation is open for you to join. Kindly click on the link on the pinned post. There is a post that is pinned in the comment section. Click on that link. It will carry you direct, enter inside the studio, make you join this conversation. Or you call the WhatsApp line. The WhatsApp line they inside that same pinned post. So if you call the WhatsApp line so that you could feed a part of the conversation. The WhatsApp number they there. The WhatsApp number is 0817 029 4077 0817 029 4077. So now going back to this conversation where we raise about purported headsmen, purported Fulani people we didn't say they catch for Anambra State and their confession. First of all, there's also another video that I could not play and cannot play because of YouTube policies. The video show when armed Fulani hunters stormed Odumegu Juku University, or alleged armed Fulani headsmen stormed Odumegu Juku University, the university hostel for inside Anambra State, and slaughtered several people, little children, women, men were killed and beheaded. Now, this case is still pending, and authorities, I never really hear them talk about them. And I will try to put a message across to the Commissioner for Information for Anambra State to make a look whether they could respond to me. I bet the matter don't even reach their domot in the first place. But whilst we look at that, this is another case again of some headsmen that they apprehended and they were questioning them and they were confessing about their kidnapping activities in Anambra State. Now, the reason I bring these conversations to fore, if them be true, now so that police and security agencies go make their findings to find out, to ascertain the veracity of these claims and these complaints them, so that any judgment they give for one side, but they give them for other side, make it not be like say they do partial judgment. Because people now don't come out, they talk, say the reason why make jungle justice day, or expert don't talk, say the reason why make jungle justice day, say that they blame them on the fact, say our legal system they weak. And government, they tribal in their dispensation of justice or judgment. See, to say government no they tribal, see people for need they do jungle justice. As much as that is not an excuse for jungle justice, but wouldn't we rather have a fair society where everyone is treated equally, irrespective of your tribe, irrespective of where you come from? Wouldn't that be better for us as a country? That's the question we will get to ask. But make we watch that video quickly. Make it 10 minutes.
Musa who? Musa who? Musa who? What's your father's name?
Okay, Ibrahim.
Okay, your father's name is Ibrahim. Musa Ibrahim. Where are you from?
Oka.
What do you call you can do? Kidnapping. Now you kidnap people. What is your name? What did they work for here? Babu English ko?
Bering Tambeka. Me apalu munkamaka. What you have will catch you. What you do?
Mu da abokanan mu muka samu.
Kana wuka ina ma magana kana ma magana banza.
Lafiya nake ga.
Ni da gudu ne amma.
What is your name?
Musa.
Musa. Musa who?
Musa.
Who?
Musa.
Musa who?
Musa.
What's your father's name?
Okay, Ibrahim.
Okay, your father's name is Ibrahim. Musa Ibrahim. Where are you from?
Oka.
Oka. What do you call you can do?
Kidnapping.
Kidnapping. Now you dey kidnap people from Bakoya.
I follow this man. I ain't do kidnap for this area.
Okay, now this one they do kidnap for this
Now
area.
my brother call me here.
Okay, now your brother call you.
Die go run.
Okay, that go run.
That one roll.
The one where you name? The one where run?
Huh?
What you name of the one where run?
Mesu now wannan da ya gudu.
Wanda gudu.
Mesu.
Sunan shi Ali.
Eh? Ali?
Yeah.
Okay, your brother name Ali, the one where on. We shall have start this work.
How many time now? Which time I start this work? How many years now?
Shekara mimi hido wenu jawan wana tunga kirani. Wana tunga kirani.
How many years?
Wana tunga kirani na dona.
Okay, this one will catch you now. You don't do before.
Who be Oga? Who be Oga?
Yeah.
Who be Oga?
Die go run.
Igoron.
That one will do.
Okay, that one where they run. Now be Oga.
We go and talk to now. Why did you lie? One day good.
Oga.
Who be Oga?
Where will Oga?
Oga why they get gone? He there for Oka. Now in get Oga this boy. Why they do kidnap for here? Now in the get gone. Now in the do kidnap for this area. That Oga he there for Oka now.
What you be name of the name?
Now.
What you name?
Okay.
You name
I don't know. As this my name, Bine Oka.
You don't want to tell me your name?
Umar.
What is your Oga name?
Umar. Yeah.
Umaru who?
One day go to Ali Sunanji.
Ali?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, you see that footage is what I tell you, say, show up for inside Odumwego Ojukwu University, their hostel, where it be say then bad people, then slaughter people, then men and women and children. If you see that footage, you go feel so bad. So my question to security agencies, where Ibise Ona, I not say the head of DSS don't tell us we could defend ourselves because police, army, and Nigerian security agencies no go fit defend us finish. But we are on the day when this one they happen like this. And then for people who don't come out, can they cry at the top for inside social media about Urumi killing, as bad and evil as that killing day. I beg, not gonna come out and talk about these ones too. You people should come out and talk about this one. And the reason we make people they talk, say, the reason we make people they do jungle justice, not because of say people know they get equal treatment. In fact, experts don't hold strong common opinion that jungle justice is a time bomb waiting to destroy Nigeria if nothing urgently is done. Because people don't take to themselves, don't learn to take up arms by themselves. If DFS boss go pick up people, tell people, say, guard yourself, secure yourself, arm yourself, because government don't go feed do and finish for you, or security agencies don't go feed arm you finish. Then what do you expect people to do? To fold their hands and die, seeing that their fellow mates are, other human beings are dying like that? People go definitely find how they go use help themselves. Now, did they blame weak legal system and tribalism for the persistent case of jungle justice across Nigeria? And God forbid this continues, because innocent people would die. I remember those days when they said that they do different jungle justice. Innocent people don't die well because of jungle justice for inside this country. People will not commit crime. Person will hate you if you just call them ole. They don't put tire for your head, burn you, just because of say the person hates you. So that's why we must be very careful. We must be very careful. But how much more careful can people be when it be said people, they die every day? Now, these experts, then we talk this thing. They even get to talk a lot of things about the jungle justice. Remember, say for inside Lube, Abuja, 2 men where they are accused of being one-chance operators, we plead for mercy as a mob gathered them, they beat them, stoned them. Remember that thing that happened, I think, sometime in February 2025, February this year. It was trending on Twitter. One chance vehicle people, because if Abuja people don't complain, say one chance don't become a very serious thing. Now, when they pick them for one chance, next thing a ritual killing or kidnapping for ransom. Now, within moments, blows don't rain down. By the time you know, tire don't come out, neck go, they don't put them, fire don't burn. The person don't die go. So expert don't they cry. Say Nigerian government must learn how to live tribalism away when it be said that they met out, they judge issues, so that people not going to kill innocent people out of fear of say this person will be people will be saying mean bad for me. So I do hope that we learn to do the right thing, and we learn to also make Nigerian government hear the crowd people, because Oromi killings now, residents they talk say they just arrest them anyhow. That the federal government is just arresting anyhow for inside Uromi town because of this Uromi killing. And the people where they even arrest, now people where they innocent of this crime, not even the guilty ones. So as they kill innocent people, then more innocent people will come die again on top of them. Then where is the justice? When the real perpetrators of this crime go they walk around the streets. These are issues where we need to sort out for inside our country. Let me quickly take some more of your messages. Fubara didn't win the election. It was one LP woman that won. Of course, we know that one, John Terry now. We know that one where we're now. MNK Oliver, Madam Precious, 10,000 is for the least person among those criminals. Many got, you mean it, Abi? That's a Salah gift where they give. For a president of a country, people they die from hunger to carry $10,000, give all legislators, even if that 10,000 they give all of them. Where is the justice? Where is the fairness? Well, he said corrupt governments are so devilish to an extent the wealthy are being affected by this level of wickedness. Satan will punish all. Away, Oliver, take it easy. The way they dash dollars in this country, wallahi. The way they dash dollars, did they call the dollars name anyhow? Thank you so much, Oliver. Appreciate you. Francis says, I'm sure you were referring to Senator Elisha Abbo. I take you to a candy shop. I'll be going to candy shop. Oh, you guys know too much. Okay, and Oliver then says, the only human beings I regard from Yoruba land are Barrister Delifaru to me, Professor Rufai Oseni, Professor Rufai Oseni, Barrister Falono, and Shawore. So my doctor, did you not be person where they're respectable? Don't say that, please. There are amazing people from Yoruba land. As a matter of fact, tribal traits or character traits, not be anything tribal. You get different kind of people with different kind of characters for across all tribes. So you know, get to be a tribal thing. Thank you. Stop it. I like it. I appreciate you. Thank you. And Emily Kolima says, you're a foolish man. Didn't that criminal drug lord illegitimate president Maybe me and you go read that message. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, John Terry. Makatono has says all these are happening all because Nigerians are keeping them quiet, not the small matter. And then Tinubu has a right to remove Wike, but has no right to remove Fubara. He did not appoint him. Yes, he has the right to remove the person he appointed, but not the person that was elected or purportedly elected by the people, right? Okay, yeah. You are thanking Dr. G, I think, for answering your questions. Isaac Strong Tower says, how I wish you dropped Senator's sexual parade and talk about the division of Nigeria into the nations. May there not be election in 2027. Natasha has been playing the role of Lewinsky for a long time. What do you mean by that? So if truly she did sexually accused, then we should play ignorance to it. That's not fair. That's how Kamo says Akpabio is oh wow, you said that. And okay, Kenge Black, I think you were having a conversation with someone. Mentor says not everyone has the capacity to comprehend. Oh wow, okay. I think you two are having a cool conversation there. Thank you. Please ask your guest to advise what Adinkule. I think I took this question already. Onyeka says, Prepre and Dr. DG, you guys are doing well. Please keep up with the good work and continue enlightening the masses. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right, I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you for joining this live. I appreciate you. I love you guys. I'll see you again later in the evening, God willing, with my guests, and I will continue to bring on updates of things that when they happen for inside the country, because now the work way I did do with that to continue to bring on our updates. And before I go, make I just quickly give us some updates or some headlines them we still day I see the hot this afternoon, because it will be very unfair if I don't give you some updates right before I leave. Okay, so some updates this afternoon very quickly. Retired DSP kills 3, commits suicide, false accusations gave him BP. And then kidnapped Abia oil magnate regains freedom. Yeah, quite a lot of other interesting stories. Some more loose allegations: conduct business online if you don't have urgent matters in Victoria Island because of the traffic. I heard the traffic gridlock was massive yesterday. Sheikh Husani rejects Miss World Pageant judge appointments. Why you no one go do judge? Okay. Yeah, Amatekun arrests 28-man syndicate of fake travel agents. Yeah. That's some news. Let's see if I can get some more stories very quickly. Okay, week to Akpabo, don't be distracted by politicians seeking power through backdoor. Don't say Wiki has resurrected. Don't say that. No talk. I'm not talking. Say Wiki don't resurrect. Don't say that. Don't say that at all. Okay. So make you know they distracted by politicians when they seek power from backdoor. Make you meet the ones that really find power from food. By the way, I swear, don't say they head straight to appeal court, saying that they take that judgment of tribunal. I really didn't want to pay attention to the Edo State Tribunal, election tribunal case yesterday because I still know that it will turn out one way. And unfortunately, at the end of the day, now Supreme Court now go decide who the Edo State governor be. No matter how Iodalo go court reach, from appeal to Supreme Court go decide them. And as long as we have a wiki and we have a Tinubu in power and all that, and the present grip on judiciary, where people they talk about, be me talk about, it's most likely that the game or the judgment will go in favor of those where be say they're affiliated to these people. Interestingly, I have somebody on the line joining me. Hello, good evening, good afternoon. Frank Onero, how far? How you doing? You go mute yourself from your end. Unmute yourself from your end.
Okay. Okay. Sorry
Frank,
about that. My name is Frank Onero.
I know your name, brother. Go ahead.
Yes, I talk from Atlanta, Georgia, United States of America.
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I just, you now very wonderful analyst, and I follow you for VOP from time, but sometimes, unfortunately, some of your program then it clash with some of my schedule, so I not fit to join. But this one where you do on your own now is a wonderful one. Congratulations on your YouTube channel. I'd always follow one, listen to you. You are very objective, and then you follow former, meetings they former. You understand? Even though say you did tough, and you did in depth into the issues. That is very critical. You understand? Many people not get out for Nigeria, and some the level of fear. Even though say they threaten journalists, threaten press people, or press people across the world, not only for Nigeria, even America here. But you get the way where you take they send the message across. Diplomatically, you they drop the message. For intelligent people or smart people,
it is surprised. It is surprised me say they catch the lyrics. It surprised me say they catch the lyrics because some people don't cost me tired. They say I'll be APC woman leader. They say I'll be
no.
I wonder say you can't understand me this way. Stop it.
If they understand how, if people understand how media is supposed to work, you have to be objective. Even though say you are objective, some media people, especially for America here, some don't do media. Some of the big media organizations, some are just opinion journalists. I'm not going to mention their name. No, because they just give their opinion about the issues.
We know these Fox and CNNs of this world, so you don't have to mention. We know them. We see from this end.
Yeah. So, but some people not understand what some journalists they do. And me, I can dissect who is objective, who is opinionated. Who just give his or her own opinion about certain issues. You understand? And their level of bias. But you try to balance and then go in my own affiliation to your channel. Now your in-depth knowledge of the issues, and you they bring evidences to back up whatever you they talk. Not be just yeah. You understand the point? So I they hope make other people subscribe to your channel. Those way they watch them, they should subscribe to your channel and make it grow. They talk all those things. You need to talk up. They should subscribe to it. They should like your videos. By the time they start liking the videos, YouTube go share the algorithm, so that more people across the world. Nigerians, they're many. And they like all these things where people like you, they do. They listen. Nigerians, they're full everywhere. everywhere across the world, and they love what you're doing. And then you make it open for other people to come in. Either you can call in, or people can join like this.
It's always calling. I don't know why people say they find it difficult to join in from the link, but you join from the link.
No, because
link on every of my life.
No. What you were doing, what you did earlier, which I followed your instruction. The initial link where you put for that first thing, your first pin or whatever, or your chats, right? That will not go take people to the channel. That's what you told us to do, which was not right. I think on YouTube, you can create that link, which you already put now. You go down on the chat, you send the link every day. Now you go generate the chat. You can end it, you can generate it, and put it there for people to join like you did now. If they just click on it, it will take them, not say go through process, go home page. That home page will give you error. That error not to take you anywhere. You understand? So that was my experience. You understand? You understand? So let's dive into the issues if you give me some time.
All right,
to do that.
Let's go. Go ahead. Let me hear you. That's why I'm here. Go ahead. Let me hear you. So don't tell me you want to talk about candy shop. Let's go to other shops. Please. Let's
No. I'm not going to talk about that, Senator. No. I'll talk about the issues he raised, not the past experience. He's a good man. He's an intelligent young man. I like intelligent people. People where they address the issues, where they find, how do we look for solutions for our people? Because the level of hunger when it day our land, it affect everybody. It affect people where they home. It affect people where they overseas, where still they help. My elder brother called me yesterday. Medicine where they buy less than 1,000. He said that medicine is over 2,400, and he needs 10 pack of it.
No good there, no joke. No be joke.
You understand? So it's affecting everybody. So we need to address these issues and push the government to do better. So I go address two or three issues, if you permit me. I will start with Natasha.
All right, Shapali. Just go. Okay.
Natasha, what will they expect from majority of the opposition senators and House of Rep members, especially PDP and Labour Party House of Rep and senators? Now, Natasha, they show the courage, the strength, the intelligence, the boldness, the tenacity to challenge the status quo of corruption, the status quo of wickedness, the status quo of revenge, the status quo of punishing people that want the good of others. It's wrong. People like me, when she said, yes, if Nami did there, if I win election, like, okay, I'm not going to talk my own experience about Nigeria election. If Nami did there, I don't need to raise too much of my voice. Every day now I go to the whole press conference. Every day. Every day. Man, I not use the American word where they use. Every day. The word start with F, but I'm not going to use that. Every day. Now I go to the whole press conference. I go to address the issues one after the other. If they disturb you, look at what Cory Booker, a senator from New Jersey, did recently. Right? The Democrats do not have the majority in the Senate. But the man took his time, the opportunity that was presented to him. He went on the Senate floor and held the floor for 25 hours. He not let go the floor. He maintained the floor. He did not go to the bathroom. He did not go and eat. He did not go peace. He not go do nothing. He was
the one drive home in point. Yes.
Yes. That is what we expect from opposition. You must take some drastic steps to address critical issues That is what Natasha is teaching opposition what to do. One, because she does not want to be corrupted. If they buy her over, she will not fit talk.
For me, I think that the PDP is the worst opposition in the world, in Nigeria. So for a starter, I think say they've been too comfortable being the ruling party for too long, and APC on the other hand don't they a bit too used to being on the opposition, so they know sabi how to change that clock to enter, change that garment to come back as opposition. Because if na APC they this government, if na PDP they government and APC in opposition, waiting them go carry APC eyes, I be PDP people eyes here. You know now. You had an idea of what they did to Jonathan.
You don't need to. So, you don't need to tell me.
They do their work at all. I don't know what's wrong with them in terms of media. See, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, even a wicked that you think is a working governor, they're all product of the media. Now, because of the media, now make we see them the way we see them. Now, media perception. Now, media give them that idea, that personality. What would say them be? But if you go meet them for their reality, most of the things what would say them do, no reach what they say, what would say them do, when make media they love them like that. So how can PDP be an opposition and just be very clumsy? It's very unfortunate. Make a not come out for your mouth.
Listen, most of them know the power of the media. Most of them know the power of the media. However, I followed elections from 1999. I have followed every single election that I've held in Nigeria from 1999. I followed before then. In 1993, I was in secondary school. You know, I was not eligible to vote as at that time. But I was politically aware, alert then to know what is happening. From 1999, at the university then, I was in year 3, University of Benin. I was a political person then too. Hello?
I can hear you very well. Just go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead. As at 1999, I was a political person in the University of Benin. So I've been following Nigeria elections from 1999 till this moment. PDP laid the foundation for corruption, electoral malpractice.
I agree.
They laid the foundation. They had an opportunity to correct many of these illegalities and abnormalities.
I agree with you totally.
But
I agree. In fact,
they took advantage of it.
One of the presidents that they hold responsible for the way Nigeria did now, President Obasanjo. I don't care within Buhari do, but Obasanjo I hold responsible because I feel say as the first democratically elected president who will get for this present day dispensation. Understanding say when you come to do you know that during Obasanjo's inauguration there was even no constitution for him to be inaugurated with?
I know that. I read about it. I read about
swearing in. Now they bring in constitution, patch them together, give and making you swear House of Assembly members in. There was no constitution. So no, you don't come day power for within that first 4 years where you day power. Still the kind things then where that constitution cause trouble, as in the kind thing where if you person way mean good, the good way come they talk and say you mean for the country. If you don't correct all those things, then rather he wanted to third term. Rather, most of the abuse of power waiting what they do now, most of the things what they do now, he laid the precedents. That is why Tinubu can do what he did in River State and cite on Obasanjo. After all, he did it. He goes cite to the massacre that happened under Obasanjo. Do you understand? So if Obasanjo no lay the precedence of what they go through now, if only they happen, maybe he go do it on small. He no go know. So people will go learn from him. Go do 5 times, 10 times more than what's in do. And that is why we are where we are today. Some people say, okay, he was bad, but he was also good enough. He may have been good enough, but don't necessarily who learned from you not to learn better than you. Go ahead, please.
Now longer truth. Now do Obasanjo. Longer truth. Now do people with the PDP. They are greed for power.
I agree.
The greed for power. The greed to amass wealth. Not for the good of the people. This group of people, these PDP people, my dear, as at when Obasanjo tear a PDP card for national TV, now then Obasanjo lost my respect. PDP, now he give him first term, second term. He pushed for third term. But now the same PDP still fight against him. PDP, not the, I go drive at the point that they make. That PDP laid the foundation for the electoral malpractice, electoral corruption, financial misappropriation of money, diversion, criminality, abuse of power, oppression of the people. But, my dear, APC came and brought a sledgehammer. When I mean a sledgehammer, when you want kill fly, if you use hand kill the fly go still die, Abi. Yes, if you use paper kill the fly go still die, right? If you can't carry hammer, normal hammer, say now you want to kill fly, you go see the fly. If you kill the fly, you go see the fly. Then you can't carry sledgehammer. Sledgehammer. Now APC bring. Take crush the rule of law. Take crush electoral malpractice. Take crush oppression of the people. This thing where the sitting president do for Rivers State, he has the power to declare state of emergency in any state when he feels say there is need for it. But it does not have any constitutional rights whatsoever to remove an elected, in quote, elected, underline that word, elected. If the Supreme Court of Nigeria can say no sitting governor have the right to remove an elected local government chairman, which we have been fighting and speaking against, the president does not have the right. No other elected person has the right to just use words of mouth and use the military to remove a city governor and bring a military. As far as I'm concerned, the current sole administrator in Rivers State is not a sole administrator. He's a military administrator. Yes, as far as I'm concerned, because he does not have anything where they guide him. No House of Assembly where they give him law. Now, only him, they determine what is law at the moment. That is what the military does. They rule by decree. Decree means, say, now so you must do it. Nobody sit down, analyze, agree. So that's on Natasha. Finally, on waiting, the senator from Adamawa State, former senator, talk about Akpabio. You know, these people are power drunk. They don't know that this power, first and foremost, God they give power. When God give you the power, that power not to use and take better the life of the people. The reason why that they abuse the power now be say they themselves feel and know that is not the people that voted them in. They use every means possible to acquire that power. And then use that power to seize every structure from the local government to the state to the federal, from the electorate to, from the election officials to the judiciary to the police to the army. They use that power where they go get to help the people. They will use it to want to put themselves, perpetuate themselves in office. And use that power, not for the good of the people, but to oppress the people. That's not even enough. To not begin to steal massively. They're not the thing small. There's corruption everywhere. Even in America, here, there's corruption. There is corruption. But if you are caught, there is punishment for that corruption. You understand? So they should begin to think for the people. How they go to help the people? There is no way you give a contract of, let's say, 100 million. If you make profit of 30 million from that 100 million, that is 30%. Even if you make 40 million, that is 40%. But these people, if they issue contract of 100 million, they will do the job. The job supposed to take, let's say, 45 million. Their total gain supposed to be 55. But they won't do it. They want to eat 95 million. Leave only 5 million for the contractor to go do the work of 45 million. They even want the contractor to give them money before they go start to issue the contract to do the work we go help the people. How can the society survive in that kind mentality? Finally, on the last video you posted on the kidnapping issue,
on the Southeast.
is a serious one.
Yes.
It's a serious one. These people, they know what to do. If you tell me, say they don't know what to do, they are lying.
It's a lie.
They travel overseas. They go to Dubai. They go to Saudi Arabia. They go to France. The president currently is in France. They come to America. They go to every part of Europe. They go to China. They go to everywhere. China has a population of over 1.something billion people. America has a population of 350 million people. They know how the security structure work. Criminals, they every society, you not get where they not dey. The solution now to restructure the security apparatus, to restructure the security framework for Nigeria, starting with the community and the local government. I will use America as an example. Every city, not every state now, every city has a police department. Every city has a police department. That means, for example, if you are from Edo State, those in Benin City has a police department. Those that live in Ikpobaha has a police department. The state has a police department. The local government has a police department. The federal now has their own FBI. So the money where they share, the dollars where they share, is enough to build those infrastructure starting from the grassroots. Because now from there you go know who be criminal and curtail it from that level. If it escalate beyond the community, enter the local government, there is another level of security that goes around. That money is enough to buy gadgets, put CCTV cameras across various places in Nigeria. If they not use NEPA lights, they go use solar. There are options that we have. Buy vehicles, buy communication gadgets, buy drones. The money where they thief, the $30,000, $50,000, $20,000, where they share among themselves. Okay, make them share only 5,000. Use the other 10,000. Buy these things. They are not expensive. They don't need to go import the cars. Innocent motor is there. Another guy where they produce motor is there, whether na Kogi State or somewhere in Lagos. They can use them and they build our economy.
Thank you.
That's on security. I think I don't talk so much, Madam Precious.
You don't talk anything. I always make they tell you thank you. Make up feel let people go their business because they go live again for evening. Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor. You've done so well. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you very much. I'm gonna join you. I'm gonna join you as often as I get the time.
I beg. They follow down the idea, and I want to make me to they break down the conversation because the idea, and I see people that always run away from anything we get to do with politics, government policies, actions and inactions, governance, economy, because they feel that too much big grammar that they use, they talk about the matter. So I want to make me feel like, say, but why can't we break down this conversation to everyone's understanding? And we can break down the conversation, then everybody is supposed to know. Now that's an angle bring about better voters awareness, or at least political awareness. People understand which thing they're supposed to know.
Yes. If the people understand, there is pressure from the people. If the people understand, if they speak up, we have a voice. Like this platform, you get your platform, another person get his platform, by the time everybody join forces and speak about the issue, they will address it. Now small, but their own are small, very tiny. But America, those here, they're not the yellow though. They're not the yellow. Those who vote for you, they go come talk against you. Even though you say you go arrest them, okay, arrest us. Other people go still talk as you arrest. So I commend your channel, keep it up. But maybe you also promote the channel. Sometimes the promoter. Tell people to share it, tell people to like it, tell people to subscribe, That's so the channel till they grow.